Welcome to Cloud Tech Nexus Tutorials. Western Digital My Cloud setup will be shown in this tutorial. FTP will also be configured. This is optional and not required. Visit previous tutorials regarding FTP servers. The basic setup will be covered. For more advanced configuration, please visit official website for more info. It is possible to use a drive with data on it, but it's not recommended for you run the risk of losing data. Always use a newly used drive. If that has no data on it, then copy data to storage device when needed when setup is complete as a best practice regarding expandable units. WD storage devices are available in different sizes and expandable options. We will focus on model EX2100. If you choose another model from the MyCloud family of devices, the setup will be similar. Two ways you can set up and configure the storage device is by software or manual. The software will point you to the device web page, so we will set up manually. We will test on Windows, iOS, and Android. Windows and Mac OS desktop apps available. For more advanced file access and backup features, visit official website for details. Steps will be covered in the following order. After storage device is powered on and connected to your network, it will be detected. There are multiple ways to interface with the storage device. Find it on a list of local network devices or open a web browser and type the following. Setup software can assist with device discovery and setup. Other software also available. Device support webpage has documentation on how to set up if you don't have a manual. We will follow these steps but go further in depth. Choose your language, checkbox agreement, continue. Create password, next. Cloud access will grant to storage outside your local network or over the internet. Additional accounts can be created later. Next. Turn off update firmware and product improvement program. Next. Finish. Interface may vary depending on device or firmware version. Check firmware version and update if available. Settings, firmware update. Firmware updates can be found here. Warning: if you have the option to change your drive to RAID mode, be sure to back up your data first. Format disk will erase your drive. If you have unformatted drives installed, this option will make them readable. Cloud access. Admin. If you don't have access code from initial setup, you can resend. If you made a mistake during initial setup or need to recreate the account, you can do this here. Users. Groups. Create and name your groups. Shares. Public. Turning the public folder off will give you more administrative control. Create a share. Turn public folder off. Users. Add user button. Create user profile. User must respond to email. Apply. Groups. Update group shared folder policies. Users. User account. Configure. Pick appropriate group. Apply. Apps. Web file viewer. Configure and manage file system here. Create any additional folders needed to keep organized. Create. Create additional folders. Settings, network, you can update the IP from dynamic to static. This step is optional and not required. You will need to know your DNS server info. Next. Next. Apply. Save. Log into router. Create FTP server port 21 and assign to storage device IP address. Log in. Settings. Network. FTP access on. OK. Add. Customize a port forwarding service. Next. Service FTP and port number 21. Finish. Shares. Public. FTP access on. Anonymous none. Update user access. Apply. User account. FTP access on. Update access. Open web browser, go to www.t1shopper.com/portscan. Find your public IP address. Map network drive using public IP address. This will point to the FTP server. Uncheck login anonymously. Type in an account name. Next. Give the FTP connection a name. Next. Uncheck open this network location. When I click finish, finish, cancel. Right click FTP connection, log in as, password, log on. FTP connection successful. These folders are controlled by policy, but some actions are not possible even if you have full admin rights, for example. If you try and copy and paste between folders, it will not work. You can perform other actions if allowed: upload, download, delete, and copying. Moving files are a limitation in this environment. Those actions can be done by third-party FTP client, official WD desktop or mobile app, or My Cloud web page. User account tested, connected successfully. Let's add a share for the admin account. Public off. Update permissions, turn FTP access on, apply. Test share access. New share folder accessible. Let's create some folders for the new share. Folders and files can always be modified in the browser, desktop app, and mobile app, and not just the device web page. Let's move on to the My Cloud website to access shares. Open a new web page and go to mycloud.com. The top row of links are resources to learn more about MyCloud. Sign in using MyCloud Access credentials. Accounts and folders availability based on set policies. If you have an issue accessing a share or folder that you have permission to access, use another web browser is a workaround. Quick overview of interface. Modify folders or files by selecting them. Upload and download speeds vary by browser, internet connection, and file size. The app is available for Android and iOS. Open Play Store. Search for MyCloud. Install. Open. View agreement. Agree. Sign in with Cloud Access credentials. OK. Option to back up phone pictures and video, useful to free up space or to have in case your mobile device is lost, damaged, or stolen. Not now. It is possible to use the mobile device web browser to log in, but the experience is less efficient, and the features contained in the mobile app will not be available on the device web browser. Interface overview. You will be signed in unless you look in settings to sign out. We will enable a password later. If you don't know the full name of the file you are looking for, you can keyword search and the app will find it for you. Modify or download file. Upload and download speeds vary by internet connection and file size. Open file in app or download and open file. The MyCloud app will create a dedicated folder for downloaded files. Be sure to search the correct path to find the downloaded files. File download and upload successful. Other storage options available in the MyCloud app. The MyCloud app can be paired for free public cloud storage or with another MyCloud storage device. Let's test a new account. Find the email with the new account and notification created by the admin. MyCloud account will be email and password. Create and confirm password. Test credentials. This test is in the device web browser, but that is okay. Credentials work, but it's better to use the MyCloud app. If you have a large screen tablet, you may be able to work with it if you don't have the MyCloud app installed. Let's sign in with the new account and enable the passcode lock. When you leave the app or leave it idle, it will lock and be prompted to enter a passcode to open the MyCloud app. This can be useful for extra security if your phone is already unlocked, but want to keep the files in MyCloud secure from being accessed. MyCloud for iOS. Open App Store. Search for MyCloud. Download and install. Open. View license agreement. Agree. Sign in. OK. OK. Not now. Interface overview. Take some time to look at all the settings and options. When you are familiar with the settings and options, they will be easier to find later. This concludes the tutorial on how to set up iCloud. Feedback and comments welcome. Thanks for watching.